Hey guys, and welcome to the final day of lipstick week. I can't believe we're finally here. I hope you guys have enjoyed this past week of lipstick dedicated videos. Today, for the final day, we're going to be talking about my favorite blotted or powder matte lipsticks from the drugstore. So I thought about just doing blotted, but then I figured that a lot of my blotted lipsticks are kind of have the same look and feel as some of my powder matte lipsticks, so I figured I would just combine it and do one video on all of them. Also kind of in this video is like blurring lipsticks. I didn't really include all of my blurring lipsticks. I also thought about including like muted lipsticks. I didn't want this video to get like too big and detailed and just too full of information, so I tried to just stick to blotted lipsticks or powder matte lipsticks. I'm going to be giving you guys lip swatches on my lips as well as on the back of my hand. It's not really about the colors, it's more about the formula. But yeah, thank you guys so much for following along for this week's series. Thank you for all your support, and let's just go ahead and get started. Should have probably mentioned in the intro that I went for a walk today. It was like about 2 hours. It was pouring rain outside and my hair just got so frizzy and crazy, and I just washed it and blow dried it this morning, which was kind of dumb, knowing that I was going for a walk and that it was raining. I didn't have time to fix my hair before filming this video, so I just put a toque on. Hopefully it's okay. I don't look my greatest right now. I also didn't touch up my makeup, so I know I look a mess. But let's jump into this video. So the first formula I want to talk about is the ColourPop Velvet Blur lipstick. The one that I have on my lips right now and in the swatch is California Love, one of my favorite shades. This is such a beautiful formula. I loved it the minute I put it on. It's very smooth. It doesn't have a totally matte finish. Like, there is a little bit of shine to it when you first apply it, but it does look more and more matte the longer it's been on your lips. It's so comfortable. It's not drying on my lips at all. It has really good pigmentation, but it gives you that muted, toned down look and feel. The colors don't pack as much punch, but I just think that's such a beautiful, easy look to wear on an everyday basis. California Love is just one of my favorite colors because it's very neutral. They're fairly long wearing as well. They obviously are not going to last as long as like a matte or a lipstick that sets. These do wear down after you eat and they are going to transfer, but I don't really mind it because they fade really nicely. They don't crumble off your lips or get all patchy or weird throughout the day. They're just an amazing formula. I think it's my favorite formula from ColourPop that they have in their like luxe bullet form lipsticks. Next up, we have another one from ColourPop. It's their Lippie stick formula, but in the blurring finish. So they have a whole bunch. They have like matte, matte X, cream, and then they also have this blurring formula. I think they only have like 4 or so shades. This one is in the shade Hike House. It is a very matte formula. It's more matte than the Velvet Blurs. I do love the finish that it gives though. It's a very soft matte finish. I feel like it's both blurring and blotted, but it also has this powdery matte finish to it. Like, it's fully matte. In fact, the bottom of this, like the little label on the bottom says matte X, but it's not listed as a matte X on their formula. So I don't really know why their label says matte X. It is listed as a blurring lippy stick on their website. Anyway, it does give you a very soft matte finish to it. The colors are all a little bit more toned down and muted, so they're a little easier to wear, even though this one's quite deep. It's not super duper long wearing, similar to the Velvet Blurs, but it does last you through a meal and it fades nicely, and I still feel like it looks good at the end of like 8 or 9 hours. It is a little bit drying. Like, it's not uncomfortably dry, but it definitely feels a little bit drying on your lips. Amazing lipstick formula if you're into these types of soft, matte, blurring lipsticks. Okay, so next up is one of my favorites I'm going to show you today. This is the NYX Powder Matte Lippie. This is their powder lip cream, and the one I'm wearing is in the shade Squad Goals. Not my absolute favorite color. Kind of a brighter pink for me. Even though it's not bright, it just feels like it's very pink on me, and I don't typically wear pink lip products, but I love this formula. It's so, so nice. It's probably the most powdery finish that I'm going to show you guys today. Obviously, it's called like a powder matte, so it's going to be powdery, but it is such a nice lipstick formula. Like it's, oh, I just love it so much. I love the way it looks on my lips. My lips look so soft and cloud-like and like just like soft pillows when I wear this. It is matte, but it's like a very soft blurred matte. Hopefully this in the swatch you can tell, but it's just such a unique formula. It feels like nothing on your lips. You cannot feel it. It's very comfortable as well. Not extremely long wearing, like it does rub off kind of after a meal, and it is not transfer proof, but it fades really, really nicely. And even as it wears down, I never feel the need to reapply it because it has worn down so nicely, and it kind of just stains your lips and fades away naturally. It is a kind of a different packaging for a lipstick, I guess because it's got more of that whipped mousse-like texture. This made sense to put it in like a sponge tip applicator and a squeezy tube. I wouldn't mind the packaging if it was just easier to get the product out. I feel like you have to squeeze and squeeze and squeeze this tube to get any product to come out on the sponge, which is just, I don't know, it's kind of weird that it takes so long. This is just such a unique and beautiful formula at their drugstore. We're moving more into the liquid lipsticks now. This one is the ColourPop Ultra Blotted Liquid Lipstick. The shade that I'm wearing right now is in Sleepy Eyes. This is probably my favorite formula from the liquid lipsticks that I'm about to show you guys. This is definitely more of a sheer formula. Like it can look a bit streaky in application. You can layer it so that the streakiness isn't there. If you want to build up the coverage, you definitely can, but I kind of like that it's sheer. It looks more blotted that way. It is so soft and matte on your lips. I don't know if I've waited long enough for this to dry, but I can try and do the kiss test to see if it's dried down. Oh yeah, so it is already dried down, so that didn't take long at all. It's such a good lipstick formula. I definitely want to get more of the shades. The problem is that ColourPop is like always out of stock on these, and I only have 3 of their colors so far, and I definitely want to get more because it's like my favorite, or at least like top 3 liquid lipstick formulas. Like I'm not super into liquid lipsticks anymore, but I will continue wearing this formula because it's just so nice on the lips. And even though it's a bit drying, nothing that I can't manage, and I don't feel like my lips are falling off by the end of the night. It's pretty long wearing as well. I can get through at least 1 meal wearing these, and once it does start to wear down again, for some reason with all of these, they wear down really nicely. I love how muted and sheer they look. They definitely can give you the popsicle lip vibe. Amazing formula, love it, and I cannot rave about this one enough. Next is very similar to the Ultra Blotteds from ColourPop. It's kind of like the same but different in a couple ways as well, and these are the e.l.f. Sheer Matte Liquid Lipsticks. The one that I am wearing on my lips right now is Warm Verbena. A beautiful shade. Actually, it is the only shade I think that I kept from this liquid lipstick formula. So I love the finish of these. Again, it's very, very similar to the Ultra Blotted. It's a little bit more sheer. Got that soft matte finish to it. It gives you that popsicle lip look. It is comfortable. I'd even say it's more comfortable than the Ultra Blotteds from ColourPop. It doesn't feel dry on my lips at all. It feels like nothing on my lips. It's so lightweight, and it's great. It looks beautiful. It's very blotted, but there's just a couple things that I don't like about this lipstick. First off, it's the packaging. I don't know why. I think this is the reason why I decluttered all of them. It just leaks oil, and I don't know if it's just me or like the ones I picked up, but the packaging just like leaks oil. I think it's oil at least, but whenever I have this one in my drawer, like lying flat, it just like has oil seeping out underneath it. The packaging always feels greasy, and I don't know what that is. I thought it would go away with time, but it's still happening, and there's still like grease coming out of this packaging. And then the actual like wand is pretty hard to get out of the tube. Like it's almost too big for the tube. You have to be really careful that you're not like splattering the lip product out when you pull the wand out. So it's just like not great packaging, and I don't know where all the grease is coming from. I really wish or hope that e.l.f. will fix the packaging so I can pick up more of these shades again. I just could not deal with the oily mess they leave behind. So I just want to do the kiss test really quick to show you guys that they're transfer proof. so you're not gonna get any of this product on the back of your mask. Really great formula. Packaging is just bizarre, and I wish that e.l.f. would fix that. We're almost done. This is basically the last lipstick I'm going to talk about today, and it is the, I guess the most, well, it's kind of similar to the Powder Puffs from NYX, but these are the Revlon Ultra HD Matte Lip Mousses. They're called their Hyper Matte Lip Mousses. The one I'm wearing right now is in the shade Spice, my favorite shade from the lineup. These are thicker and heavier on the lips. They're not heavy on your lips, but they're definitely not as lightweight as the other ones. Very comfortable. They don't feel dry on my lips at all, and these are so long wearing. These will last you an entire day through food and drink, no problem. And once they do start wearing down, they wear nicely. They don't kind of chip away or crumble off either. At least for me, on my lips, they last forever. I wanted to include them because they do give you that powdery finish, not so much a blotted finish, but they do give you a powdery, soft, matte finish. Once they dry down, they are transfer proof, but they take a while because they're so moussey. They do dry down eventually and set, and then they're transfer proof. They stick onto your lips like cheese on a pizza. They last forever. Take a little bit of layering, like not so much layering, but just kind of smoothing them out so that they're not streaky. The only negative, I guess, is that the scent is really overpowering. They smell like Play-Doh or something like that. I don't like that scent. It doesn't linger, but it doesn't make the application process very enjoyable. I feel like nobody talks about these, and I don't even talk about them enough on my channel, but I do really like them. And if you're into the powdery matte lip look, this is definitely a great option. We are basically done the video. Those would be my top picks for the powdery matte blotted lip look, but I wanted to include this as like a special mention, and these are the L'Oreal Rouge Signature or Signature Rouge lipsticks. I never remember what they're called, but I think they're the Rouge Signature liquid lipsticks. This one is in the shade Amaze, and it's kind of a bonus because it's not really, I don't know, like I can't figure out exactly what category these liquid lipsticks would fall into. They're very thin and watery, like they're so thin you cannot feel them on your lips. Like right now it feels like I don't have anything on my lips at all, but they don't really give you a powdery matte finish, and they also don't really give you a blotted finish, but they do kind of look blurring on your lips, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how to describe them. You guys can let me know what you think about them in the comments. I really like this liquid lipstick formula. It feels more, I guess, luxurious than other drugstore liquid lipsticks. I think mostly because it feels like nothing on your lips, but you still get really good color payoff. They are a little bit drying, so throughout the day they do kind of feel dry on your lips, and you just got to be aware of that if you're sensitive to dryness. And they also don't last a super long time. They do leave a little bit of a stain, so the wear time, like the wear down of them isn't bad. Like they do kind of fade nicely. They're just not as long wearing as other liquid lipstick options at the drugstore, but I just really like this formula, so I wanted to mention it. I don't believe these ever become fully transfer proof, but the longer you wear them, the less they transfer, I guess. That is everything. Those are all of my favorite blotted powdery matte lipstick formulas at the drugstore, and that sums up this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you found it helpful. I know it's a little bit of like a niche market, I guess. Like I don't know if people care about blotted or powdery matte finishes, but it just tends to be the formula that I prefer on my lips. I love products that just look soft and matte and blotted. I hope some of you found this video helpful. I hope you enjoyed Lipstick Week. I can't believe it came to an end already. They go by so quickly. I know it's a weird time to be doing lipstick videos because we're wearing masks all the time, but I don't know. I kind of just wanted to do another series like this on my channel since I do them like once a year. Thank you guys for following along. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Please subscribe if you would like to see more videos, and I will see you in my next one.